This is a video from eSkills Zone. For more videos, notes, and certificates, please visit www.eskillszone.
Hello and welcome. Hi viewers. Today in this video we'll discuss line statement in GW Basic Programming Language, and the chapter is graphics in GW Basic. So let's start. The purpose of line statement is to draw lines and boxes on the screen. We can use the line statement to generate a line between any two statements. Now I'll discuss the syntax of it. Syntax is, first we'll type line, which is the statement name used for draw a line. So the coordinates can be x1, y1, and then minus symbol, and then x2, y2, like this, having closed in parenthesis. In the start we will type the column brackets, and then we will type the attribute like this, comma, attribute, and then background, foreground color, like we're typing the comma prior to the letter B, and then F, also closed in the column bracket, and then the closure of column bracket, then one more column bracket with comma, and then style like this, and then this closing column bracket. So if you start counting the total number of parentheses, like from the left hand side you can say 1 and 2, and then on the right hand side is 1 and 2. So the same number of the column brackets should be there. Like if you see and start counting from the left hand side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if you start counting from the right hand side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So the total number of the column brackets should be equal to the left hand side, and right hand should be equal. On both sides the number of parentheses and the column brackets should be equal in order to get the appropriate results. And in the syntax, the value, like values x1, y1 and x2, y2 are used to specify the coordinate positions of starting and ending point of the line. These 2 points positions are separated by a minus or dash sign. You can also call it as hyphen sign. The attribute specifies the color or intensity of the display pixel. Give a space over here like this, and then over here, and over here, and then over here. So now we'll talk about B, or you can call it box, is used to draw a box with the points x1, y1 coordinates and x2, y2 coordinates at opposite corners. BF filled box used to draw a box as B and fills in the interior with points. Screen. The style is 16-bit integer. Mask used when putting down pixels on the screen. This is called line styling. Style can be one of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. It is used for normal lines and boxes, but invalid for filled boxes. The simplest form of line is the following, that is line x2, y2. This draws a line from the last point referenced to the points x2, y2 in the foreground color. Now I'm going to give an example of it. And that is typing line and then 160, 0 and then put the minus sign and 160, 199. Likewise, one more example, it will draw a single straight line by using these coordinates. I'm gonna draw that picture of actual so I'm gonna draw that line. It will be a straight line like this. By typing this you can have straight line like this. I'm going to change the color. I'm going to change the color, like I'm going to give a black color and then the shape effect. You can give a big bold line like this, 2.25 points like this. And if I, for better display, and the other statement which will draw a box and the line 0, 0 like this, and then put a minus sign, and then 100, 175, and then comma B is used to draw a box, because we have just discussed above that B is used to draw a box. Over here you can see like this, B box is used to draw a box with the points. A very important point to note. So for drawing a box, you need to type B with the attributes, so it can draw a box like this. Straight box. It's not rectangular, it's a box. So I'm gonna draw a box with equal sides by using this statement. Don't need to fill anything, like we can have a hollow box. Like for filling we will not use, we'll just put a white color and the shape outline will be black, and then again the shape effect will the weight of the line should be 2 1/4, like this. So these two statements are very helpful in drawing a straight line. The first one, this statement is used to draw a straight line like this, and this one is used to draw a box. And the purpose of a square box in the upper left corner of the screen. So let's use these two statements in the IDE of GWBasic, and let's execute and see how these statements are helpful in drawing a straight line on a box. So let's switch to the IDE, viewers. So here's, I'm gonna type program for drawing line, same program we just discussed in the text area. Now I'm gonna type in the IDE. So I'm gonna type in line 10, I will type CLS, and then line 20 I will type screen 9, which is the best recommended screen mode for drawing objects like line, boxes, piece set, and then triangle, etc. Line 30 I'll type line statement by using the 160, 0 is the x1 y1 coordinate, and then putting a minus sign or like this, and then typing 160 as the value of x2 and 119 as the y2 value. Type 40 and type E and the end, and then type F4 key. I will press the F4 key and type the name of the program as line.bas, then press the enter key and then press the F2 key, so you can see a straight line like this. But if you want to decrease the sizes, then you can always give a different value. Like if we look at the program and see that the value of y1 was 0, but if you want the value of, you need to decrease the line, then you can always reduce the value of the y2 value. Like if I type edit and then type 30 and then reduce the value of y2 and decrease it to like 150, then you can obviously see a shorter line than before. Then I need to press the F4 key like this, and then press line.bas. Now those changes are saved. If you want to double check it, then you can type list list, so you can see now the value of the y2 has been changed. Now when I press the F2 key, then you can see a shorter line, and you just want to a more shorter line than this, then you can always reduce the value of y2. Like if I change the value of y2, I can type line edit 30 and then reduce the value from 150 to 100, then you can see a more shorter line, and then press the F4 key and then give the name of the program as line.bas. So every time I edit the line number, I need to save those changes like by pressing the F4 key and then type the name of the program once again, so that the previous one program, the code of the previously coded program is overwritten. So I can press the enter key. Now the program is saved. If you want to double check it, you can press the command like list, and then you can see that value has been changed from 150 to 100, and you can see a shorter line than before. You can just press the F2 key. Now you can see a shorter line. So this way you can reduce, increase the value of y2, and you can have a bigger one and a smaller one, shorter one, larger one line accordingly. And now we'll execute one more program to draw a box by using the line statement. So viewers, in line 10 we will type CLS, line 20 we'll type screen 9, which is the most recommended screen mode for drawing objects in GW Basic Graphics. Line 30 we will type line 0, 0 like this, and then putting a minus sign like this, and then value of x2 is 100 and y2 is 175, and then we can give double comma like this, and can type B to draw a box. So this B is actually used to draw a box, viewers. So this is a very important point to be noted. Then we can type END, so program is ended. Now we can press the F4 key and can type box box, name of the program, and .bs is the extension of basic file. Pressing the enter key. Now I will press the F2 key. You can see a box like this. But if you want to make the shape and just size of the length of the this box, like you can see the height of this box is much larger, and in order to reduce it you can always reduce the value of y2. Like if I list the program and then edit 30, I'll type edit 30, and from here I can change and reduce the value from 100 to 100. So both the value of coordinates x2 and y2 are now 100 now by typing double comma B, and then you can press the enter key, and then by pressing the F4 key you can type again once again box.bs. So the changes which are saved now can be overwritten in the previous code in the previous program. Now you can press the F2 key. Now you can see a box like this. But if you want this box to be shown over here like in the middle of the screen, then we can change the x1 y1 coordinates. Like I can list this program, then can type edit 30 like this, and from here I'm gonna change the value. Like I'm gonna show it like at 160 comma, so the value of the y1 should be 0 because it is going to be start right over here. So I'm gonna give it 0, and then by typing minus sign, and then the coordinates of x2 and y2 will be 100 comma 100, both are same, and then by typing comma and then B for drawing the box. So we'll press the F4 key. Now I will give the name once again box.bas like this, and then press the F2 key, so you can see the box over here. But if you want to show it over here, then you need to increase the value of x1 once again. So I'm gonna list this program, then type edit 30 like this. Now this time I'm gonna give more value, like I'm gonna give double value, like I'm gonna give 350 comma 0 like this, because the y1 coordinate is just starting from here, so we need to give the value 0 as y1 because it's starting from. If you want to start the box from over here, then you need to increase the value from 0 to like 100 and 150 and 200 like this. So in x2 coordinate we will give the value of 100, and for y2 we will give once again 100, and then again type bb like this. But if you want to give a value of like color, like if I give a value of 30 and then comma and then B like this for drawing box, and then press the enter key and press F4 key, and then type box.bas, name of the file. Now press the F2 key, you can see a colorful box like this. But since you can see the value of x was 350, the starting value of x is here, value of y1 was 0, so you can see a different value like this. So if I don't give any value, like if I added 30 type once again, I don't give any value like this, and by pressing B and then typing 2 commas and B, then it will just draw a box, but there will be no color on the screen. So this is a white box like this. I'm gonna once again edit this line. I'm gonna give I'm gonna now edit this. Now once again edit 30, and we'll type like 200 over here, 200 like this, and 0, and then minus, and then 100 comma 100 like this, and then give a value like 10 comma 15 comma B. Now I'm giving 2 different values. Instead of giving blank spaces, I'm gonna give values over here, so you can see a different result. Like if I press the enter key and press the F4 key and then type the name of the program, box.bas, and then press the F2 key, so the syntax in 30, you can see there should be a comma like this over here. So let's edit this line. So I'm going to give comma 10 comma 15 comma B like this, and then press the F4 key and type box.bas, press the F2 key, so I'm gonna again edit this program, type 30, and over here we will type comma 15 comma B like this, and now press the F4 key and type box.bas, and then press the F2 key. So you can see a square like this because the value of x2 and y2 are similar, because by subtracting the value of x2, which is, you can see, I'm going to show you that the value of x2 is 100 and the value of x1 is 200. So by subtracting the value of x2 from x1, which will become 100, and the value of y2 we have already given 100, so by subtracting the value of y2 from y, you will get 100. So this is the, you can see a square box like this. But if you want to give a different color, you can always give a different value to this. Over here I'm going to give 12 and then B, press F4 key and then type box.bas like this, and press the F2 key, so you can see a red color box on the screen. So viewers, let's switch to the text area. I'm going to explain the whole execution of these 2 programs to you guys. So in our next video we'll discuss the execution, the interpretation of these 2 programs, their codes, and their execution after the compilation process. We will discuss how this program is executed. So let's switch to the text area. That's all. Thanks for watching.